I want to know all of me. I want to know every part. I want to see everything that's happened that I've missed these past few years. I want to see every part of me. Because, my darling, you are divine perfection. And every part of me is worthy of being known.
Known, that's always what we have tried to be to us for the Vint.
I know that there's a lot of secrets inside of my brain that want to be known. I know it.
What affirmations do you need to hear? We're gonna do some EFT tapping with melodic mantras. We're allowed to transcend and feel ever so wild. We're allowed to embrace this new consciousness within. We're allowed to walk around with a faithful, trusting grin. We're allowed to see the beauty in everything around. We're allowed to see the chaos as something so profound. We're allowed to see each moment as a grand opportunity. We're allowed to embrace this new sense of freedom and humanity. We're allowed to feel safe in the world that we live in. We're allowed to walk around with this faithful, trusting grin. We're allowed. We're allowed to feel safe right where we are. I'm confronting some memories that really terrify me because of the neurobiology that was occurring beyond my awareness. It feels scary to share this, even to myself, because I feel like someone else. I don't have a sense of self. I don't know who I am. When I feel fear, my brain shuts down, and I don't know where I stand. I don't know what is happening, and that is why I have to sing, because language doesn't come naturally. I have to flow with everything I don't know in order to create a brand new fate. I love you, 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 I love you. I am safe, you are safe, we are safe. I am safe, you are safe, we are safe. I am safe, you are safe, we are safe. I am safe, you are safe, we are safe. I embrace my imperfections because I know they hold beauty. I embrace my imperfections because I know they hold the key to unlocking the secrets of mental health and how to evolve all of humanity. So it caused anxiety because my neurology was playing tricks on me. But no doctor in the world could explain what was happening to my brain. And so I forged a brand new path. If I don't witness my own self, I become someone else because the sense of self shuts down. Creates dissociation profound, designed to save my poor dear soul from breaking, acknowledging its mishold. But we're dispelling all darkness to create new consciousness. As we embrace experience as a teacher in every moment, I felt called to change the world. personal power to heal the world. I want to give every boy and girl so much hope within their heart that they can brave a brand new start, become the you they want to be, and help the world feel more free by just being their authentic self and not daring to be someone else. Because authenticity is power, vulnerability connects us all. And when we're together, we are much stronger. We're the rainbow of it all. My mind is so just riddled with anxieties and things, but I can be here through it. Here's our poster from tonight. This is what we wrote just now. Where your identity is the center, the I, where it's calm, and then around you, all of this experience is happening, but that's not who you are. That your experience and your identity are entirely separate concepts. Energy. Here's a 3-step response. This is how unicorns respond to stress. # Mosaic Mind Pride. Step 1, remember who you are. Ground in your identity. Step 2, let it go. Let go of control, surrender, just let go of the stress, let go of the worry, let go of the need to figure things out. Let it go. Release the trauma from your body, release the tension from your body, let your body shake after doing some trauma release exercises, go meditate, go dive into nature, go deep breathe forever. Step 3 is replenish your energy, because that is your identity and it is your power. And stress and worry can really deplete that energy. And so how can you rise up to be your, amazing self and transcend these things when the energy system itself is like... So right before I leave, I just want to sing and let you know that you are loved from angels above and from my heart and soul within. That's why I've got this cheeky grin, because I love spending time with you. It is sheepishly true, because I love you. Alright, just describe what's happening and don't over-identify with it and don't summarize and don't respond to the experience other than describing it. That's it. Just observing. I'm observing my entire life change before my eyes. Picking my scab with my left hand, that means I'm having an emotional sensation that's causing dissociation. Rather than focusing on what I'm describing, because that's when emotions come in, because I think of it as something of mine, I can focus on giving language to the experience of parts. So for the past 1.5 years, potentially longer, whenever an airplane flies overhead, the vibrations from the sky, it would unconsciously activate the dorsal vagus collapse, otherwise known as the traumatic fold response. My physical body would pick up that vibrational frequency. I could feel it in my feet. I could feel it in my physical body. It would cause oxygen deprivation. It would cause a shutdown of my frontal lobe, or of the frontal lobes of my parts. It would cause just all sorts of really intensive things. My conscious trains of thought would stop completely, and unconscious trains of thought that I could not consciously observe or respond to took over. Full command, full control of the system itself. And it was just a very terrifying time. And this incident would also invoke age regression every time, and so the experience of my parts would become completely right-brained. Everything becomes implicit projections, but because I have so much trauma trapped within my bodily system, the implicit projections were just horrendous, just absolutely terrifying on the deepest level of the soul imaginable. And then I'd be stuck in that state until I found a way out, which sometimes there we go. Which sometimes took like 8 to 12 hours. Sometimes it was a few days. I want to jump and dance for joy, but I'm afraid that would dysregulate my nervous system. So I'm just going to share a verbal celebration instead. What a transcendent time to be alive. If we knew the way our minds actually worked, we would have so much more power, and we wouldn't be so careless with our power. This kind of knowledge
allows human beings to transcend their present reality. This level of insight can allow for personal power to be reclaimed regardless of the circumstance. Now is the time to awaken. Now is the time to choose consciousness. And so if we can understand this self state, this self energy place of self identity with personal power, and understand these elements of our subconscious parts and understand these elements of our unconscious states, we have power. We have power over our health. We have power over our perspectives. We have power over our energy. We have power over the way our life goes, over the way that we react to things, over the way things unfold. And if everyone had power, there wouldn't be the level of trauma that I personally have experienced and so many other people are experiencing. There wouldn't be this level of dissatisfaction. There wouldn't be depression and suicide on the rise. Instead, there would just be beings of light and love stepping into their purpose in every given moment, just sharing that love and light infinitely. And by exploring consciousness, we get to embrace that on a deeper level. I'm so thankful that airplanes do not cause a collapse of my consciousness anymore. And I'm so grateful for that knowledge. And I'm grateful for the courage of my parts to get me through to gain that knowledge. And I'm grateful that the story is changing and transforming and transcending and that things are ever improving and that the best is yet to come and that the things that are coming are so great they fill my heart with infinite hope. Love our sunset meditations. Memories are growing just like us every night, every day. They're undergoing new data input and new rewiring of what was already there. That's the other thing with DID that I find thoroughly fascinating. When I try to own my story and what I've been through, it doesn't work. Because if I wasn't consciously, explicitly, lucidly there to experience these things in the first place, I can't just go back and be like, yeah, that happened. There's no connections in my brain to prove that, and telling me something that my brain doesn't know to be true is anxiety provoking in my body. I recognize myself here, but not here. I no longer recognize myself. And now there's body memories being activated. But I'll be standing here while the world turns away. Congratulations! Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. Look, friends, it's you. All our different parts are coming around to each other, exposing, exploring, empowering our own little worlds. I love you guys so fucking much. Thank you for being you. Thank you for carrying me through. Thank you for daring to believe. Thank you for striving to achieve. Thank you for knowing that transformation is always possible. Thank you for leading me home to myself. When that bird's chirping and I'm just focusing on being, I can manage my brainwave state. But when I try to focus, I can't tolerate the noise anymore because they're being processed separately. And I feel tensions when that happens here from a flight part, and then it goes down here into these muscles over here.
So you know how when you get dizzy, you get nauseous?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
It's completely connected. It is why.
That's the exact feeling when I try to sit forward in the car. And I can't do it. I have to sit backwards, let it go. The world is just as scary as I thought it was, but your love makes me braver still. That's vagus.
The vagus nerve is what communicates that dizziness or that kind of panic or anxiety or something like that to the guts.
If it's from overcoupling with that, like, I don't know how to rewire the part of my brain. This car rides have never been so challenging. Yeah, we all have different hormones.
Well, we all have the same hormone.
No, me and my parts.
Oh, I see.
Experience different hormones. We figured it felt like all hell was breaking loose from the inside out. There's no specific way to describe it. Back in the day, I would have described it as like a psychotic episode, but I know that that's not what it is. It was very physical, but it was from the inside out where I didn't know what was going on. My brain didn't know what was going on.
We've been sleeping better. It's been a week or two, and it's all natural.
eating a rainbow. My age-regressive states of consciousness literally are in the neural pathways that formed during early childhood. In certain states of consciousness, my entire consciousness, moment by moment, is pulling us data from neural pathways that are from a long time ago rather than recent neural pathways. Neurons that fire together wire together. If neurons aren't firing together, then they're firing apart. And I think that's how multiple states of consciousness, different persons, become wired into the same body. Because there's these core elements of what makes a person, and they just don't fire together in the brain, and they continue developing. Oh, yeah, it could be child states of consciousness don't experience the hormones from puberty or present day. But we've practiced this, so it's not as scary. I'm allowed to be curious about this adult face that's staring back at childhood subconscious neural pathways. Instead of stimulus just getting processed in relation to self, there's no self to observe the stimulus, and the stimulus is experienced as aspects of the self. Protector state of consciousness, there's no sense of self, and instead stimulus is a very all-consuming sensation.
I found a note on my phone that I wrote on September 4th, 2019. I have absolutely no memory of writing this, and discovering it was quite a shock. The Kristin I was wrote, "Not having a sense of time is normal. Not having a conscious concept of what my body looks like or what it's feeling is normal. Not having an explicit idea of who I am right now is normal. Not being able to stay connected with my body at all times is normal. Oxygen deprivation is normal. Because it's normal, we don't have to worry about it. Having racing thoughts and intensive highs and lows of energetic vibrational experience is normal. Misconjugating words is normal. Not being able to feel your hands or feet is normal. Experiencing seemingly painful muscle spasms is normal. Sporadically losing your eyesight is normal. Feeling chest pains that feel like heart attacks is normal. Having your brain's ability for object identification shut down every day is normal. So don't worry about it. Don't react. Observe and proceed without a reaction. Reverting to the neurobiological perspective of a child is normal. Accompanying it will often be implicit flashback projections from childhood, especially through subconscious language like perceptions. Create space, be alone somewhere with light and without other environmental stimulus, to observe that experience without feeding any unconscious reactions. Consciously respond through presence only. Not naturally having an ability for self-witnessing is normal. Picking up sound frequencies most people don't hear is normal. Living in a kaleidoscope of a being projecting a sensational reality is normal. Forgetting basically everything is normal. Emotions activating parts is normal. Forgetting about aspects of life beyond the singular experience of a moment is normal. Experiencing life in fleeting fragments is normal. Thankfully, your normal physical reality has absolutely nothing to do with who you are or why you're here, so don't worry about it. Have compassion for the experience and recenter in your heart's vision with your soul's purpose using the third eye of your mind. Experiencing multiple panic attacks every day is normal. Continually feeling like you exist in the same moment without a concept of the passing or passage of time is normal. Transitioning from euphoric bliss to suicidal ideations in half a second when triggered is normal. Switching states of consciousness with amnesic barriers is normal. Not identifying with your own body is normal. Questioning your own existence is normal. Since it's normal, you can let it go. It's nothing to worry about or focus on. Simply love yourself through the experience, accepting all that is, and redirect your energetic focus towards the spaces you desire enhancement and growth. Struggling to breathe is normal. Losing consciousness with forward motion is fairly normal. The note continues, going on and on, listing a variety of very unique and painful experiences, describing them as perfectly normal. And because it was normal, it was all allowed. This space of radical acceptance and unconditional presence and unconditional love created healing in the most impossible spaces imaginable. Part of the ending of the note is, not recognizing yourself in the mirror is normal, but this doesn't have to be normal forever. It's simply where you are in this growing season of life. God has planted the seed of Kristin in this place for a divine purpose. It's not your job to figure out why. It's simply your job to trust.
I believe that the core of trauma recovery is creating new body memories that provide healing experiences.